Joining us after a very long night, Bob Schieffer, CBS News chief Washington correspondent and host of Face the Nation. Morning, Bob.
Howdy.
I was thinking about some of the things you had to say last night. As a son of Texas who grew up in segregated schools, who grew up in a segregated United States and America, as you listen to Barack Obama last night and talk about literally e pluribus unum, out of many one, what were some of the emotions that were running through you last night?
You know, this is kind of an odd thing to say, but as I watched him out in that park last night with those, 100,000 or more people, who knows how many people were out there, I was thinking about when I was a little boy. We used to drive through Forest Park in Fort Worth. Now, this was the city park, and the only time African Americans were allowed to go there and go to the zoo was on Juneteenth, which was the day that they celebrate in Texas. That's when the slaves were told they were free, and they didn't tell them for quite a while after the proclamation came out. And I can remember going through, and I can remember hearing my parents say, "Isn't it a wonderful thing that on their holiday they get to come and celebrate in the park?"
One day.
And of course, it never dawned on us, wait a minute, they're paying taxes, and here one day. And that just tells you, in my lifetime, how far we have come in this country. And it was all symbolized last night as you saw Barack Obama standing in Grant Park. And I was in Grant Park in 1968 when the Democratic Convention came apart, and it looked like the whole country was coming apart.
Heads were being beat in, and the Chicago police and the whole world is watching. Tears were shed last night in so many different ways, but there are also tears were shed for John McCain, because here was this amazing American hero, undeniable American hero, who fought with basically everything he had, everything he knew how to, and to stand there with the grace with which he then told his party and told his supporters, we have a larger fight in front of us.
Well, I can't think of anyone in American politics that I just like in a personal way better than John McCain. I've known him nearly 30 years. I've covered him. I've been with him, in all kinds of situations. He's a person of great character. He is a true American hero, and you saw John McCain last night at his best. But it just wasn't a year for John McCain to win.
Yeah, for lots of different reasons, which we'll get into through the morning. Bob, thanks very much for being here this morning. Do appreciate it. Let's go.